Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naya. So today's video is going to be about spiritual gifts. What are they? How they help navigate me. No, that didn't sound right. How they help me navigate my life. You know, I use them to make certain decisions. I use them in every single aspect of my life. Like, that's what they're here for. So I'm gonna list what they are. We're gonna go into it. I'm gonna share my experiences, you know, give y'all little tidbits. Yeah, so let's get into it. So what are they? So you got 7 clairs, right? And if you see me looking back and forth in my notes, mind your business. But no, I just don't want to ramble. And I honestly can't remember everything. So, so what are they? So let's start. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairalience, clairgustance, and clairtangency. You know, with these spiritual gifts, everybody has them. Like, you just have to acknowledge them, you know, and nurture them as well. So when I first started out, I started looking at, you know, 90 Designs and Pageant Queen Pixie, and, you know, they talked about their spiritual gifts. And once I got, like, you know, I guess told about it, so I looked at a lot of videos, read some articles, read some posts and on other people's spiritual pages. And I'll say with this, like, you want to branch out. So take what I'm saying, yes, use that, but also go look at other people's videos, because it's going to give you a, you know, a well-rounded understanding of them. And, you know, my experiences may be different from yours. Like, your team may communicate with you differently than the way mine does, or, you know, one of your gifts may be stronger than mine. You know, I may not have said, you know, what you're experiencing. So that's why I say, you know, go and go and look go and look at other spiritualist videos and learn more about it. Basically, with your spiritual gifts, I want to talk about, like, knowing it's very important to know how your intuition sounds, how your intuition feels, and how your anxiety and your overthinking or your intrusive thoughts feel. For me, my anxiety and my intrusive thoughts will literally scream at me and repeat over and over again. Girl, I gotta talk myself off the ledge. It's a whole lot of, like, it's a lot that be going on up here. So, but my intuition, she's more classy. My intuition will be very, very calm, and it's like a one and done type of thing. Like, okay, you either listen or you don't, basically. That's it. But if I don't get it the first time, it'll come back around, and it's just like, this is the same thing. You either listen or you don't. And I don't be getting that sometimes. So, like, my intuition is calm, my anxiety and my intrusive thoughts are loud, and they make me feel terrible. So, yes, knowing the difference between the two will help you trust your spiritual gifts more. Yeah. And for, you know, when you have to decipher between your intuition and your anxiety, I'll say, like, if you want to get more into that, how to decipher, I'll say go to Pageant Queen Pixie's page on YouTube, because she has some very, very good material on her page. So let's start with clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is clear seeing. For me, I get told a lot of things in this here dream journal. I get told a lot of things in here. Basically, like, just a couple of days ago, I got a dream that said that I needed to release a lot of old people from my life, release a lot of old mindsets, a lot of old beliefs, you know, release a lot of hurt that I still carried on my heart. Yeah, just, you know, just do some shadow work, basically, and just release all that old stagnant shit. So that's how I get told, and I'll talk to you guys some more. So like I'm gonna show y'all a dream, right? This is one of them, and this one, I think this was in 2021. I didn't start writing the dates in my dreams until 2022, because I'm like, okay, I need to get a time on this shit. So this was in 2021. So it says, all of my sisters were pregnant. I think we were at, you know, my sister's wedding or graduation. It wasn't clear. And I also saw Papa. I can't even read my own handwriting. I saw Papa standing. Oh no. He was by my grandma or my mama. Like, my passed on grandpa, he came to me in my dream. So, like, with my dreams, my ancestors will come to me and, you know, show me that they're here. You know, with recent passed on loved ones, who are just now getting in the spiritual world, you know, they'll come to me, or, you know, just like, it's like they hear, but they got to get acquainted with the spiritual world. So yes, my clairvoyance helps me navigate a lot throughout my life. Like I said in my life update video, I get, you know, things that I need to work on myself. I get things about things that are coming towards me. You can also like ask your guides and your ancestors, you know, God, spirit, girl, spirit. I encompass it all in one, spirit. Let's say that. I set the intentions for my dreams sometimes. Like, I need an answer on this, please. And it'll happen within like 3 or 5 days. I'll definitely get my answers sooner than later. So for like, when I don't know what to put on my altar, or I don't know what to give to my ancestors, I ask them like, what do y'all want to eat? Because I don't know. And then they'll tell me. So I could be eating a chocolate cake. I could be eating some ribs in my dreams or some soul food, just something that they want on the altar. Or I'll hear things. So which leads me into my next one, clairaudience, which is clear hearing. So with clear hearing, I want to say my clairaudience is, I appreciate it. So I get things, I get songs through music a lot that either are from my team or from, you know, you can get it from somebody else as well. So one dream, right, that I had, I'll either wake up with the song on my mind, or throughout the day I'll start singing something. I'm like, okay, well, why am I singing this though? Like, what does it mean? So when you get songs stuck in your head, like just randomly it pop into your head, go listen to them, go look at the lyrics. You know, I can kind of decipher between like the songs that I'm getting. I'm like, okay, either this is from somebody else or this is from my team. So for Black History Month, right, I got a song called Black Habits by D Smoke. And if you don't know, go listen to it. It's a very, very powerful song. It's about Black empowerment, you know, being proud to be Black as fuck. So I got that on the first day of Black History Month. You know, that was a team from my that was a sign from my ancestors that they were around me, you know, like, you know, in this Black History Month, like, get lit, bitch, basically. And like another example, I guess, would be, there was this one time when, you know, I was hearing this phrase, Players Club, in my head. And I'm like, why the fuck am I hearing this? I don't want to watch the movie. Like, no. And I was hearing that over and over and over again. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. I may be tweaking. And then later, I decided to just watch a reading, you know, some fun shit. You know, just why not? I decided to watch a reading, right? And she had this card that said Players Club that came out. And mind you, even before that card came out, I'm like, okay, maybe I needed to watch this. This reading is hitting for real. And so when that card came out, I damn near lost my mind. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, my spiritual gifts, they surprise me every single day, which is also something that I want to say. Like, you don't know everything. Like, you don't know everything with this journey and with everything that you're getting into, like, and the mysticism of it all. We don't got all the answers, girl. We don't know shit. Really, we think we know shit, but we don't know shit. So my spiritual gifts were always surprising me, and I'm always learning more. And as they're growing, as you grow, your spiritual gifts will grow too. So that happened. And I want to say, like, my guys, and another example for clairaudience, when I was at my dorm room in college, and I was waking up from a nap, right? But I didn't really want to wake up. So I just like decided to just sit there and just rest my eyes, basically, because I knew I would be getting up soon. Mind you, nobody was in this room with me. My suite mates were gone. My roommates were gone. Nobody was in this room with me. And when I had laid back down to just close my eyes, before I could even, you know, not even 2 seconds in, I heard Naya. It was so loud. It is like a big old boom in my ear that just screamed my name. When I tell you, I woke up, I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck? Who was that? I was low-key kind of scared. Like, I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And then I just didn't pay no mind after that. So I got a reading later. And she was like, your spiritual team has been trying to communicate with you, but they noticed that you're kind of getting scared about it. So that's just a little tidbit. And when I tell you, I just bust out laughing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. Spirit surprises me every day. Like, it's just I won't say mind fuck, for real. Like, knowing that there are spirits around you, watching over your everyday life, helping you, you know, seeing things that you don't even see. Like, just knowing that my ancestors, my people, my guys are around me right now, It's crazy. It's fucking nuts. Like, I can't see them right now, but you know, I'm pretty sure they're sitting in this chair or sitting around me just watching me. And it's so crazy because it's like, what the fuck? And once you break that, what is it? The fourth wall? Some wall. I don't know what the number is. Once you break that, like, mind trap. I don't know what the words I'm looking for is, but once you start acknowledging them and like actually understand, like, damn, I'm not alone. It gets crazy. It gets crazy, basically. I don't know too much about seeing spirits because with clairvoyance, you can obviously, like, see spirits as well. You know, during my time not during my time, but with clairvoyance, you know, there's been times where I have, sorry to just hop around like that, but, you know, with clairvoyance, like, I've seen spirits sometimes. I've seen orbs and shadows a lot, but not like an actual person with features in my face. So yes, let's move on to the next one. So that's clairaudience and a little bit of clairvoyance that I just snuck in there. So basically, clairaudience, you know, you be hearing shit. Okay, to the next one. So claircognizance is clear knowing. That's when you just know. Like, this gift is something that's so hard to kind of explain for real because you can't really explain it for real. Like, you just know. That's it. So there was this one time when I was at my open house and my friends had came, right? You know, we were talking about somebody, but they didn't want to tell me who they were talking about. And I heard in my, like, the name popped up in my mind, like, it just popped up in my mind. And without no rhyme or reason, girl, that's basically what this gift is about. So I had said it out of nowhere when they were talking. And they looked at me. They was like, how the fuck did you know that? And I wanted to be like, you know... I just be knowing for real. So, yes, so that's claircognizance. And I'll say, sometimes I'll get these like feelings like, okay, I know something is coming for me. Something is about to change. Something is happening, you know, whether that be good or bad, like something is coming. I'll just know in my spirit, like I don't have a explanation for it. I just know. So that's what this gift is all about. And I can kind of feel guided at times too as well, like, okay, just do that, just do this, like, go down this path, do that. Like, these things will pop up in my head, like my creative ideas, or, you know, how I want to do this, how I want to do that. Like, I just know in my spirit, like, I'm being guided this way. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let's get into the next one, which is clairsentience, which is clear feeling. This is like, this is very, very prominent for my empath. For my empathic people out there, this is very, very prominent for you guys. So you may pick up on other people's emotions and everything. With me, I remember there was this one time where I was riding with my friend in the car, and, you know, it was a comfortable silence. So I started feeling this type of way. And I was like, I feel like, you know, and I told her everything that I was feeling. And she was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was just thinking in my head. So sometimes, you know, I can pick up on other people's emotions, how they're feeling. You know, I'll just, you know, read them down for real and energetically and in an emotional sense. You know what I mean? I can feel when somebody is sad, aggravated, annoyed. And also body language don't lie either. But like when the body language isn't there, I can pick up on like what you really feeling. And when I first started, or even shit now, sometimes I'll feel these emotions and I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Like, is this me? But it's not me. It can be somebody that I'm either connected to or somebody that, you know, is around me that I may be picking up on them. Like, you know, let's say you have a conversation with somebody, or you just sitting next to somebody and you just get sad all of a sudden. And then you start talking to them and you're like, yeah, I'm sad. I went through this, I went through that. And it's like, oh, you just picked up on all that shit. So that's why spiritual hygiene especially is very, very important. This is the gift where you can have like strong gut feelings about something. You know, an event that's going to happen, or strong gut feelings about people. I say for me personally, I get very, very strong gut feelings about people. When I know that I need to let them go, when I know that I don't feel comfortable around them, or... For example, like I said, I was hanging out with these people, right? And, you know, we would party and everything. And then I always felt off around them. I'm like, I can't really turn up. I can't be me. I don't feel comfortable. Like it's like my antennas just went up, and my body would just freeze, and I would get so uncomfortable. It was terrible. And I'm like, okay, why do I feel like this every time I'm around y'all? It must be something going on. I can read through the lines. It's like I was around a lot of shady fucking people. But I didn't know that. I thought I was tweaking, and I didn't trust what I was feeling. So spirit will give you that first sign. And if you don't listen, you tend to stay in things longer than you should be. So they're going to give you this first nudge. If you don't listen, it's like, oh, well, now she got to go through this lesson. So like, they'll push you to where you need to be if you don't get it the first time. And that's why I want to say you have to trust these gifts that you're getting. You have to, like, and even for me, sometimes I still get sidetracked a bit, you know, not sidetracked, but I still don't trust them as often. I'm like, okay, I'm tripping, you know. Then it'll come back around, I'm like, damn, I really wasn't tripping. So trusting it the first time, it'll help you get through a lot of unnecessary bullshit, basically. And I'll say for another one, for clairsentience, which is clear feeling, I had this interaction with this spirit before. But I don't know, I just felt that energy, and it was disgusting. I was watching Long Island Medium, and she was interacting with this one spirit who had passed on, right? And he was just a terrible person when he was here. So that's what his energy was like. His soul was like when he died, you know, in the 5D. And I had picked up on it, and girl, when I tell you, my whole body just felt disgusted. Like, I just felt so violated. I felt violated as fuck after I, you know, watched that shit. I had to cleanse my space, do everything. I had to pray, girl. Like, when I tell y'all, that man, it was nasty. It was a nasty, nasty man. That his spirit, anyway, like I keep saying, his spirit was really fucking disgusting. And so that's another way. I just felt it. I just felt it. That's how, you know, you can feel spirits. You can feel when energy is present in the room. So, yeah. And everything that you interact with is energy. So the music that you listen to, the movies and shows that you watch, it's all energy, girl. It's all energy. And the more like you give into it, it's all a frequency. And you pick up on it, and you start to digest it, which is why spiritual hygiene is important, once again. And I think the last three, I don't really have too much experience with, but clairalience, which is clear smelling. So for me, you know, I picked up on my papa's cologne sometimes, but that was just like one instance, maybe. But so you can maybe pick up on, you know, get a smell of something. Like for, you know how in horror movies they be like, if it's a haunted house or like that type of scary movie, and they go into a room and be like, damn, it stank. Those are bad entities in that room. So bad entities have a funk ass smell. So things like that, or you can get a passed on loved one's smell, and that just, you know, encourages you to acknowledge their presence in your life, that they're still around. Just because they physical body ain't here, don't mean they soul not there around you, guiding you. So they'll send you that sometimes. The next one is clairtangency, which is clear touching. You know, some people pick up an item and can just read. So I'll say, for example, if you want to see this, I'll say go to Tyler Henry's page, or search him up on YouTube, Tyler Henry, and just see how he interacts with certain people's items. Like, he touches, you know, somebody's passed on loved one's necklace, and then those messages just start flowing. So yes. Then clairgustance would be clear taste, so you can just start tasting something. I'll say for this example, search up Long Island Medium on YouTube, or Tyler Henry too. And then for Long Island Medium, I know that she'll taste blood, like in her mouth. If somebody, you know, choked on blood, had loss of blood flow, things like that. So that's how that gift works. I'll say I haven't had any experiences of those last three gifts, but those are clairs that, you know, some of y'all may experience. I don't know y'all life. Spiritual gifts are very, very important. That's what led me here right now. I've been getting the signs and everything, but I've been ignoring the girl. But they can help you, lead you down to where you're supposed to be, lead you down your path. If you just trust and you follow them and you don't question, girl, even though we human and we gonna question, but you know, if you just trust and you just nurture them and nurture yourself, nurture your team, yeah, baby, them spiritual gifts, they gonna start showing, and you're gonna get shown a lot. You're gonna get pushed to do a lot. And yeah, so I know this is all over the place, but I hope you guys took something from this, and I hope this can help you guys, you know, acknowledge the spiritual gifts that you have. All right, y'all.